Leo, welcome to your in-depth open reading. So, the Sunday Shuffle has largely been open reads, which is to say non-theme specific. It's not concentrated on any one thing. Whatever hits the table is what hits the table. And on more than one occasion, the collectives have shown me something that I wish I had more time to pursue. Just clarify to death, put down lots of oracles, that kind of thing. So I thought, you know what, let's do that. Let's take an open read, take it downstairs to the big table, do in-depth, and I'll push it as far as I want. Okay? And whatever it is you show me is whatever it is you show me. So like always, regardless, take what resonates, leave it does not. It's a general collective reading, not a one-to-one private, which is to say it may or may not resonate. Just because it says Leo in the title doesn't mean it's for you. Check your other placements, you will find yourself in there somewhere. Yeah? All right, let's get cracking. Show me that. Leo collective energy, please. Show me. Show me that Leo collective energy, please. Show me that Leo collective energy. Which, by the way, if you just kind of like these non-specific open theme readings, let me know and I will do an in-depth version of it fairly often. I'll include it as part of the rotation, such as the Celtic Cross, Intimate Tarot, that kind of thing. All right, show me that Leo collective energy. 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 And no, this is not a Star Trek shirt. The last time I wore this, like I said, I didn't know you were a Star Trek fan. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, it's legend, but no. It's not. This is Gymshark. I can see where people might think it's the same. It's right. It has a triangular shape, but that's about it. No, this is Gymshark. It's workout gear. All right, overall concept here, Seven of Cups. In other words, stuff that's kind of influencing you in terms of just everyday, okay, energy is the Seven of Cups. Again, open flow, Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, the Ten of Swords. It's kind of like the last time I opened up, Christina, it was a bad idea. You know, I took a while with that Knight of Pentacles, but I was trying to open up the Fool. I was trying. Okay, it took me a minute. It was taking me a minute. Ten of Swords, though, it hurt. Okay. Two of Pentacles, the Empress, the Nine of Swords. That's some stress and confusion over, you know, possibly someone special. Let's see. Let's take a look. What's going on here with that Seven of Cups? That could be a little bit of everything, by the way, guys. It's not just options in love. It's fantasy, confusion over emotions. You see the variety of emotions here, the tapestry of feelings. What's in there? Can I explore it and find out? Or I'm feeling so many things, it's kind of murky. I don't know that I'm feeling one way or the other. Something's in there. I don't know, right? And for some, yes, fantasy. Let's see that Seven of Cups, please. Ooh. Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Judgment. Oy, oy, oy. We had something here, friendship. Just for the sake of convenience, we're going to call it friendship. Three of Pentacles, where there seems to be some common interest, common ground, some sort of sense of common construction between you and someone else. It didn't go so well. Five of Pentacles, breakage. Perhaps there wasn't enough interest here, or common ground to sustain the building structure. So again, the Three of Pentacles, this is us starting out as friends. We're learning what we can build upon to see if there's a point. Five of Pentacles, there was fear that this thing would break from the very beginning. And Judgment's attached to it. There's a lesson in here about contribution, knowing what you're putting into it, specifically clarifying our feelings around it. There's Seven of Cups, there was some confusion here about what it is that you were feeling, what it is that you were putting into this building concept with somebody else. The feelings here were a little bit all over the place. The lesson here is like, know what it is you're putting into this. And if you were afraid of abandonment, if you were afraid of breakage this whole time, you were going to produce those very results that you were afraid of. Nobody ever does this at the conscious level, ever. When we are low-key afraid of abandonment, we do things in the background that kind of provoke that very response that we're trying to avoid. Not because we want to, not because we mean to be hurtful to ourselves, to others. It's just we often have a way, when we don't address our moon stuff and our devil stuff, we often have a way of living out those very fears that we're so desperate to avoid. Okay. there's this idea of, I don't know if I can put my heart into this. I don't even know what my feelings are. I'm trying to build something with somebody else. I don't know what that is, guys. It could be work too. It doesn't have to be love. It's however it resonates. I'm trying to put some constructive effort into this, but I'm afraid to get emotionally involved. Seven of Cups. So we kind of kept our feelings confusing and fuzzy, and they're a little here, they're a little there. I don't really know what I'm feeling. It's mixed feelings. We were afraid to get emotionally involved in the constructive effort with somebody, and it could do with work. You know, I said I would participate in this particular project, but I don't know if I want to get wrapped up in that. What if it's a failure? What if it's a flop? You see what I'm saying? So it's not just relationship stuff, but yeah, it could absolutely be that way too. 100%. I just know that there was a lesson in it. You got to know what your feelings are. Otherwise, yeah, you can cause breakage. And again, it's not an accusation, guys. Don't take it as one. I'm reading the cards today. That's it. I just want to understand so I can better relay it back to you. I'm not really trying to focus on a them or they, because then it wouldn't be a Leo reading. You see what I'm saying? I don't do that stuff. If it's a them or they, I tell you. Because sometimes the energetic impression is very strong and I can see that it's not you. But yeah, there you go. So don't take it as an insult, guys. We all have to look at ourselves. And if you're not that person who can look at yourself, you really, well, I'm not your reader. Okay? There's a strong lesson in here. Know what your feelings are, otherwise you're not going to know what you're building. And it will indeed fall apart, break, or abandon it. The contributive effort's not going to be the same or consistent. We're not going to be on the same page on constructive effort. So if you don't know what your feelings are, don't. Because you're not going to know what you're building, right? Big lesson in there. And it seems so simple. 7, 3, 5. It seems like such a simple thing, but it was a sizable one. We'll see how that's influencing you. So let's see that Knight of Pentacles, please. Let's see that Knight of Pentacles. Let's see that Knight of Pentacles. Let's see that Knight of Pentacles, please. There's the Seven of Cups again. And we were moving very slow here. Ace of Wands, but we were excited. Five of Cups, and it's pain. Oh, I see. Oh, we kind of slowly took a crack at an old cup, eh? Yeah. Yeah. I've seen that before. I'm not trying to minimize what you experience. I'm just saying, you know, this is normal. This is really normal. We took a crack at an old cup, you know. Hey, I remember that cup. I don't know at what point they or whomever else, this is where I see a touch of someone else's energy influencing you. It is of the past. Five of Cups. It's something that didn't work out in the past, and there's some renewal energy on it with the Ace of Wands, and it's like, hey, Seven of Cups, hey, there's still some feelings in here. But again, no matter how low-key we tried to keep our contributive efforts in the real world 3D, there was an emotional wealth of activity here that says, oh, exciting. Oh my God, this person, I remember this cup. And it didn't work out in the past, whatever it was between you two, but there was a Ace of Wands here. There was a chance of renewal here. And so it's looking like we converted it to a cooperative, maybe let's be friends, or let's see if we can get along. But behind you specifically, one of the many things that was knocking around in your multitude of cups here at the Seven was a sense of excitement. Oh, hey, check this out. I haven't seen this cup in years. Or I haven't interacted with this person. Again, cups being emotion. I haven't interacted with these emotions with this person in years. Oh, this is exciting. What? No way. So I don't know if you ran into them. I don't know under what context they appeared. I know their energy took a while to arrive. And when it did, you slowly interacted with it. And there's a mixture of energy here. I'm excited. I have these feelings being provoked. I don't quite know what they are with the Seven of Cups, but it confuses me a little bit. But I know at least one of them is that I'm excited. I'm excited. We associate this person with the past, sadness of things in the past. It doesn't look too egregious. It doesn't look too difficult. Might have been a missed opportunity in the past. It didn't go so far. I don't know if it's deeply that sad. Five of Cups, again, has that emotional attachment of the past. So you could have recovered from this years ago. I'm just showing me that it's a past renewal. Okay. I was like, oh, this is coming up. oh my God, I remember this person. I remember, what? This is exciting, right? And then you slowly move to it, nothing too crazy. But here's the thing. 7 of Cups. You're learning your lesson here retroactively. In other words, you're reflecting upon it now. Okay? And this is when I see them actually crossing your timeline in terms of an emotional presence. Let's take a look at that Fool. Let's see that Fool. Show me that Fool. I see you slowly trying to open up towards it, reawaken to it. I'm anxious to fast forward, though I can tell it's past orientation. Show me that Fool, please. The 6 of Swords. Okay, the Knight of Cups. The 4 of Pentacles. You know, somebody tried to re-engage with this without actually expressing themselves emotionally. Yeah, let's see that 10 of Swords. Hold on, I'm not done with this. It's a little comprehensive. Show me that 10 of Swords, please. Show me that 10 of Swords. Show me that 10 of Swords. Yeah. It took a minute, but this re-entry exited. It's kind of like, what was the point? What was the point of re-entering this? I was momentarily excited by it. I never really knew my feelings for it. I kept it slow. I didn't go into it too fast. We were only able to build so far. I always knew I was going to break or abandon it from it. For a while, though, I was temporarily excited, but you're telling me I still didn't know what my feelings were for it, and I didn't really know what I was putting into it, and maybe there is a judgment or a lesson in that, right? Maybe there is, Christina. You know, I should have known what I was putting into this at the emotional level. I didn't quite know what it was. I just knew at that time I was excited, but I kind of knew it wasn't going to go anywhere, and did I really believe that, or was I afraid it was going to happen, and I caused it? But the Fool here, you know, trying to open up. The 6 of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles. Somebody just kept moving away from what they were trying to feel. And it was there. The Knight of Cups is there. He doesn't express what he doesn't feel. Okay, so I know somebody was feeling something at the emotional level, vulnerable level, the romantic level. He has all those implications. But every time we got close to that subject, every time we tried to open up towards it, every time we tried to express a feeling, I'm not going to say that. Because again, the Knights deliver. They deliver outside of ourselves. That's their job. That's their only purpose. So you opened up with the Knight of Pentacles as like, my purpose here is to move this slow. I'm excited, but I can't run away with it. After all, it's an old connection. There's a good chance that these cups just aren't going to take. But I'm excited to try. And the Fool, whenever it came time to express ourselves in a different way, outside the fire, the intrigue, the passion, the curiosity. Okay. At the more vulnerable level, we kept moving away from it, holding back 4 of Pentacles. So it's not that we didn't have something to say from the heart, but we kept pulling it back. Here's the Fool. Here's the Fool being shut down with the 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords, and that Knight is like caught in between. You know, so I know it was there, honey. I know it was there. What the degree of your feelings were, the vulnerable piece. Not explicitly, I love you, but anything that denotes vulnerability here. This is where we had a hard time, and I don't know why. The Fool has no agenda, so he, in and of his own right, is a vulnerable entity. You know, because he's just being open, he's just being himself. No motivation. That takes a level of vulnerability to say I have no agenda, and I'm just going to open myself up. The Knight of Cups kind of backs that up. You subtract it with the 6 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. That Fool's not expressing himself. You know, maybe you thought it would be foolish to express your feelings and or be vulnerable with this. It wasn't for lack of feeling, but we couldn't authorize it. Wouldn't come forward. I don't know why. But in that ending, you kind of told yourself, you know what, that there is an ending here or something. I'm going to focus on what matters. I'm going to concentrate on my foundation. So the foundation is comprehensive. It's the tree of life. It's the roots that touch many, many things. So in it resides our career, personal sense of, personhood, livelihood, community, family, friends, that kind of stuff, longevity. Our world, our empire, is in that Ten of Pentacles. And you're saying, you know what, I'm going to focus on this. It got neglected anyway. Okay? I may not know exactly where it's going or how I'm going to heal it, but I need to focus on what matters, not this. Right? And at some point it did exit. And as far as I could tell, it wasn't for the lack of feeling. It was the inability to open up and be vulnerable about it. And if it's the other way around, it's the other way around, guys. Again, it's not an accusation. Please separate me from the message. It's not coming from me personally. It's what's on the table today. I really have to remind people of that. It's not a fun thing, but when you do the real stuff, you get a lot of heat. Everybody wants the real stuff until it's like, oh, but P.S., we need to take a serious look at ourselves. And then they're like, you don't know that. It's the other person. You. Okay, honey. You don't have any work to do. I can tell. You're perfect. Yeah, so please, again, if you're finding this offensive, you just either A, it's not for you. Simple. Done. Check your placements. Or B, it is, and it's provoking anger. Because it's unresolved. So let's resolve it. That's why we're here, honey. It's not for me to put baggage on you. It's to show you these things. All right? But yes, I can absolutely see where this would be a point of sensitivity. Why? There's 1,000 reasons why. You would know. I'm more concerned with motivation, understanding it so it doesn't happen again. And if you want to improve where and how, that's up for you to show me. But yeah, I don't want this for you. No, by all means, I completely agree. Focus on what matters, the foundation. I just want you to get to that point where you can open up more about this so you can better understand the lesson, not just take it for granted. Okay. And there's a key component here about knowing our feelings in order to build in a more positive way or a more positive direction. Instead of fearing abandonment because of how little we're putting into it. And by that I mean real world activity, time, energy, and effort. And then also there is a critical emotional component here that's not being expressed as well to deepen the pentacle experience, you understand? So it's not enough to just build with somebody for the sake of it. We got to know why we're doing it. What is the motivation? Two of Pentacles, the Empress, the Nine of Swords. Yes, my throat is trying to close up on me today. So we're working that ginger tea, which I highly recommend. Show me that Two of Pentacles, please. Show me that Two of Pentacles. Show me that Two of Pentacles. I want to fast forward. I want to see you doing things. I want to see you waking up to things. I want to see realizations hitting you. And that way you can be better informed about what it is you're supposed to do, if anything at all. Let's see that Two of Pentacles, please. Show me that Two of Pentacles. Show me that Two of Pentacles. Show me that Two of Pentacles. I will say this. You're like, you know what? Whatever this was, okay, it exited. I got pains and things in my foundation. Maybe that's it. Maybe you just weren't in a space to accept this or participate in it, especially if you have outstanding wounds in your foundation. And you're like, I got to fix this stuff first. Okay. I don't know. But I do understand that. The Two of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. I have a relationship for you here that's completely different than from whatever this is. It's something else that's active. It's either active for you now or it's active for you in your future. And you're saying, I don't know how much more I can give this. That's interesting. It is coming up as renewal energy. It is a relationship here that you define with somebody else as being a relationship. That's anything between I've been seeing you for a while now and I'm enjoying it. We're full-on boyfriend-girlfriend, we're full-on committed to each other, or we're full-on married, whatever. The idea is that this arrangement, this relationship, is labeled between you and I this way. And it is a constructive, I don't know how else to put that, but it is a constructive relationship that takes place in the 3D. And it's being renewed continuously. You put yourself into it continuously. Six of Pentacles is day to day, so I know this relationship is with you day to day. And it's a genuine, authentic offer that's solid as hell. You know this. You don't question it. You don't question its authenticity. In other words, you know it's here. You know it's for you. It does its bit. You do your bit for it. I'm not seeing too much emotionality behind it, but you are saying this is my contract as I best understand it, and I do fulfill it. No one can say I can't or that I don't. But you are saying I give it my best, if nothing else. Whatever emotions are behind it or not, that's not the point. You're saying this is my reality, and I accept my reality. Here's the thing. Two of Pentacles. You're kind of like, do I want to keep giving to that particular reality? Why? And again, I will point out to you, whatever this is completely different. It's up to you. This could literally be a work proposal in terms of it's a contract you honor every day. And it could be a relationship contract. I see you balance with it frequently. You have to. That's a renewal contract for the same thing. So think of it like, again, for a relationship, anniversary. You and I, we're at our anniversary. We renew it year after year. Work anniversary. I continue to put my best into this year after year. See what I'm saying? Two of Pentacles. Now you're questioning that. Completely different from this. I can see how it influences you. But this is something else. And it is in your reality. And if it's not yet, it will be. Let's see that Empress, please. Oh boy. My vocals are really trying to shut down. And I'm trying to not hack on camera. I don't have a choice about that, guys. I'm trying to clear my throat. But let me tell you. I don't know. The humidity is still very high here. Let's see that Empress, please. Some of that Empress. Some of that Empress. Some of that Empress, please. The Empress for the Empress. Ace of Swords. The Star. Oh, man. That's a very strong understanding that there is someone here that represents the Star. We desire them strongly. High quality, high functioning, very generous, emotionally generous, very loving, very protective, highly productive. Ace of Swords, the Star. This is undisputed truth about desire and hope and wishes and want. Wow. That's really strong. The Empress. Ace of Swords, the Star. Very strong understanding of who we'd like our ideal person to be. Are they part of this contract or not? Because this is undisputed truth. Undisputed truth. Not just our ideal person, but that which provokes the best in us too. Because I got two Empresses here. The idea of we could both be self-empowered, high-functioning, highly productive. It's my dream, my wish, my want, my goal. Someone who supports me and I support them, and it's a dual a fair exchange. Someone who represents empowerment and just unconditional love. That's what the Empress ultimately is. Unconditional love, strong truth, takes no shit, straightforward, right? They say what they do what they say. They don't mince words, they don't lie. You're saying you want that person, that's what you desire the most. So do you have that here under this contract? I can't tell. Because as far as I can tell, if that's what you wanted, you wouldn't be contemplating what the heck to do with this. It's on maintenance mode, don't get me wrong. And you do go back and forth with it. But you're saying, is this it, though? The Two of Pentacles, is this it? Do I have that? Because your desire is much higher than that kind of day-to-day output. It's different. Let's see that Nine of Swords, please. Show me that Nine of Swords. 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 Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Okay, you're not so convinced. You're not so convinced, honey. You're not so convinced, boo-boo. You're not so convinced. Whatever this is, you don't have it, but you'd like to. It's like the ideal hope, desire, and wish. It hasn't been fulfilled. But you're part of something that suggests you don't know if it can go to that capacity either. I don't know what that is. I don't know that it's necessarily challenging you or bringing out your highest sense of self. Practically speaking, whatever this represents, relationship, job, or possibly a combination of the two, it literally gets the job done every day. Okay? But you're going like this with it. Is that enough? Fulfilling contracts, is that enough for me? Only you can answer that. Because I do know what you really ultimately desire is not only an equal, unconditional love and an undisputed truth of it. Because this, again, the Empress is here twice, guys. I can't... Self-empowerment, productivity principles, all that. But her biggest power move by far is unconditional love. So long as she is cared for and is loved in return, her love is unconditional. That's her gig. Okay. That's why she's so highly productive. She just gives unconditionally, so long as she's loved and she feels secure. Okay. You're saying you want that for yourself and someone of equal measure. It's a truth you're becoming acquainted with. I'm not saying emotion for this. I'm saying this is my job. And I don't know if I want to continue to make this my job. Or you're balancing an equal distribution of a relationship as well as a work function that constitutes these principles of I have to fulfill them both. Okay? The resume energy here is pretty straightforward. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a very straightforward, simple, back and forth structure life if that's what you want. But it's a truth you're coming to terms with, that you desire something so much higher. Okay, with a stronger sense of purpose, drive, and fulfillment. Then guess what? Over here it's the Nine of Swords. I got you stressing. I'm like, why are you stressing? Seems like everything's in order, under control. It may not meet this, but hey, it's under control, whatever this is. On the inside, you're stressing. I got you thinking about something. What you thinking about? This friend we broke with, or we were afraid of being abandoned by it this whole time, this constructive effort, and it's a re-entry energy. Someone from the past started knocking around in your feelings, and it did excite you. It excited you for a long time with the Knights of Pentacles. It's like, oh, I get to re-engage with this. This is so cool. I'm rediscovering this stuff. Yeah, there's some stuff in the past, but I'm okay with it. You know, again, it's just old. It just felt old. And then at some point, you and this person reached a crossroads. Definitely reached a crossroads here. It's time to open up, time to spill the beans, time to get vulnerable. Let's take it to another level. Okay? I'm glad we got to rediscover each other. You're saying, like, day 2. I'm glad we got to rediscover each other, but now it's time to take it to the next level. Let's talk about feelings and things like that. And we just couldn't. Somebody just couldn't. They couldn't open up. And so the resolve here is, you know what? I got enough problems as it is in the foundation. I got to fix those. I got cracks in the foundation. That requires my focus. That's all I know right now. Okay, cool. And that foundation, whatever it is, it's cleaned up. It's in working order. It's highly functionary. It's day to day, like I said. Nothing's neglected. It's just whether or not you want to continue to put yourself into it, that's under question. 2 of Pentacles. Okay? So, honey, it could be that somebody here was in a relationship upon re-entry of this. I don't know. It could be that you were just overly contracted and overly committed in multiple areas of your life. There's that too. One flavor remains remarkably strong, and it's this one. Whatever this is does not represent that flavor. This is more like exotic spices, and this is salt and pepper. But it's exotic spices that could carry you into the future, for you and whomever. that you have such a strong desired and known truth for. This is salt and pepper. Salt and pepper we get by on. Now, that Five of Pentacles, that friendship. Eight of Pentacles, could I put more work into it to repair it? I don't know. I need more perspective, Hanged Man. So it's active contemplation. I'll give you that. As far as I can tell, this is a swirl of activity that's more or less happening now in terms of thought, processing, learning the lessons. Okay. The person who we got excited to see again, okay, we're reconnected. You know, you and I didn't work out years ago, but it's cool. That's in the past. It's no big deal. It's just, it's cool. It's exciting to explore the cups now. Let's take it slow, though. Okay. Whomever fits that particular bill here that we broke from, and we always kind of feared that we would. Okay. We're actively contemplating putting more constructive work into it. The idea of it stresses us out. In other words, we don't have a conclusion yet. It needs more time. I agree. The conviction here that I don't know if this salt and pepper is enough for me versus stronger, bolder, more loving, self-empowered spices. We're not convinced about that just yet. It's strongly desirable in you, but I see people with strong desires all day. That doesn't mean they're acting on them. For you, it's a truth that you understand at this time. So whether or not this person represents those stronger flavors in life, or they don't, I don't know, but that's something you're working through. You're trying to understand for yourself and for the connections that you currently maintain and carry. Let's get some advice for you. Yeah, guys, I'm seeing this stuff on the short term. This is not long term. You're contemplating long term. You are. Let's put it that way. You're contemplating long term, whilst you are living your short term. You understand? That's in play. This is active knowledge. Let's make that clear. This is active knowledge, but it's not in play. And this thing that stresses you out, you are working through with that Five of Pentacles break. Working through fears of abandonment. Working through, why did this happen? Why did this break? Did I really want it to, or did I really want to keep it? You're getting perspective on that right now. Could it represent those beautiful, bold, exotic flavors of love, unconditional love, and longevity? Or was it a pipe dream? I don't think so, honey. That's like knowledge that sears across your brain. And it's hard knowledge, too. That is highly maternal, fertile. Perhaps somebody here has kids. I don't know. But that's very feminine. But again, outside the gender concepts here, self-empowerment for both. Unconditional love for both. High levels of value and productivity for both. That's the contemplation. It's so innocent. It looks so fucking simple, right? This is like Hobbit energy, right? They're happy to be at home, poking around in their immediate environment and maintaining the day-to-day life. It's very Hobbit. It's cute. Like, do I want to keep doing that, though? Two of Pentacles. Is that enough? Did I just compare you to a Hobbit? I suppose I did. I've done Stranger Things. Okay. You know what? I love token. All right. Justice. Sense of fulfillment, purpose, balance, Nine of Cups with the self and what the self wants. Love of the self, Ace of Swords, your particular truth. How are you balancing with yourself? Is that your particular truth? Are you living your truth of wish fulfillment and self-fulfillment? Do you love yourself? Do you show yourself balance and respect of balance for yourself and your wishes? Do you take into account what you want? Do you factor yourself into your own decisions? Are you thinking of yourself at all and what it is that you feel? Or do you kind of default to that pentacle energy, well, this is what I have to do? Something to think about. I asked for advice. The Knight of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Four of Pentacles. Ah, I see. There's that Four of Pentacles again. I knew I was going to see it. There it is. When we were talking about the live. Okay. Somebody drifted away because somebody held on to their emotions, the expression of them specifically. The Four of Pentacles, that's one holds back your particular Knight here with the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. It's like I told you, the interest, the passion, the intrigue, the spark, the hope, I can tell the way this person hit your cups, your Seven of Cups. Options in love, maybe. But it was kind of like I have mixed feelings about this. But the most prominent one by far is hope, excitement, adventure, journey, passion, whatever you want to call it. Fire represents all those things. And it's like coming to life again. And I see that for you. It's like you had such a huge energy spike with this. And there it is. But we held back from love. Specifically, renewed love. That was a renewed wand, and I'm telling you, that was the potential for a renewed cup. One that denotes the past, guys. You see how it's fitting? So, this person, I believe, puts you in a place of challenge, challenging your normatives, what it is that you have established, or what you always understood or took for granted to be true for you and your world. You didn't know how much you wanted it until it popped back up. Okay? But while the raw, sort of exciting energy was there in the upfront, it was obvious. By far, it was obvious. We actually withheld from the fullness of our heart. We withheld from new love or renewed love. And so the question for you stands. Like, Leo, you say you know you a lot, but do you know about yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you balance with yourself? Do you ever ask yourself, what do I want and what is right for me? I don't know. I don't know what all those pre-existing contracts for you mean. I've seen a variety of things. You know? I don't know. But yes, the potential for love was there. Of course it was. It was this whole time. Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords, but we couldn't see it. We talked ourselves out of it, or we avoided it. It was just easier not to acknowledge the feeling. I understand. The Emperor, your Emperor self kicked in and said, we're not going to deal with that. Okay. Your Emperor self kicked in and said, we're not going to deal with that. We're not going to deal with that today, Chief. No, no, no. We're going to avoid those very things. We're going to be stoic and upright, and we're going to deny all that emotional shit. It's just easier. It's just easier. But it called to you. Of course it called to you. The love called to you. The excitement called to you. And it also got you thinking about yourself quite a bit. What it is that you are participating in, the dreams and hopes you do have. And there's parts of you that you are still working through and that you need to. So no, it's inconclusive. That's real tarot. There are parts of you that are working through all these things right now. And what you'll conclude, I don't know. I'm not looking that far out. And even then I could see it, and tarot doesn't dictate shit. It comes down to you. Some people need to work on themselves for years before they can actually answer their own particular questions that were there. The answer was there the whole time, but we have to put the real work in. I promise you, your answer is sitting here. You got answers in you. You do. You already have your answer in you. But the Leo I'm looking at, you're not done asking yourself questions. But your answers are there, I promise. You just haven't worked through them yet. Okay? Okay. Teeth, it was like pulling teeth. We were too afraid to change. We were trying to, I know, I see that right here, when the control issues. So it's like pulling teeth. You heard that expression? It's like pulling teeth with you. Getting you to tell me your thoughts or your feeling is like pulling teeth, and I shouldn't have to do that, right? And there's that sense of Four of Pentacles twice. The Emperor not trying to acknowledge his thoughts or his feelings twice. It was, we were afraid to change. Somebody was afraid to speak their feelings, you know, and the Emperor's there trying to smack down all that energy and saying, I'm in charge, and it just ended up costing us a great deal. But it's fine. We're learning things, even if we're learning things the hard way. You're not done answering your own particular questions, but I promise you there's an answer in there. But it felt like to try to change was just too damn difficult, or I said it was pulling teeth. Triangles, yes, I understand. Not gonna lie, yeah, saw that here. It depends on who's looking at this. It's gonna resonate with you differently. You know, some of you already had those foundations in place that constitutes something else. Yes, I saw that. In which case it becomes a triangle. I know. I'm not about judgment, guys. I just want to understand. I just want to understand. So there's a reason why when this ended, okay, you're like, you know what, fuck it. I got plenty of cracks in my own foundation. I need to pay attention to that. I'll heal that, and you know what, that'll solve all this stuff. So you did solve it. You did heal those particular cracks, but it's back into a functionary state. I just don't know that it's more than a functionary state. And perhaps it being in a functionary state is what allowed us to re-engage with this to begin with, is perhaps there's not as much emotion behind it and unconditional love behind it that we so strongly desire. It's probably why we entertained this at all. You know, you already admitted there was cracks in the foundation, so you should put focus on that. Where were those cracks coming from? But yeah, for some of you, it constituted a triangle, 100%. Indecision, choices, I don't know what to do. Okay? Pearl in reverse. It feels like we lost our pearl hidden. We don't understand. We lack the pearl of wisdom. We don't have the wisdom or the insight. That's not true. Like I said, you're literally in the process of working through these things. You will have your answers, but you're still forming the questions. Okay? How do I work through this? Do I want to work through this? I see that Five of Pentacles here. I need more clarification. I need more time. So in other words, you don't have an answer yet, honey. You're nowhere near it, but you'll get there. I don't know, honey, that you're necessarily in a loveless marriage. I'm not. It's there. For some of you, that's true. Or something where the contract is maintained, and it's exactly like that. It feels a little bit more like work. Because you got a very strong truth about what it is you would like to see and feel, and it's not coming from this. You're working through it. Break through the tension within you first. I see you literally doing that as we discussed. It's right here. Okay, I see you trying to break through that particular tension, the anxiety and the stress about the breakage. Why did it occur, and do you want to let it go, or do you want to put yourself into it? We also need to practice gratitude here. I know. So maintain what it is you do have, absolutely. We can't want for more or understand that we're supposed to have more unless we practice gratitude for what we already have. That way we can understand if it's for us or not. So a lot of people are desiring love while they're still in old ones. They just want that inspiration or that source to come rescue them. It's like, no, you need to try to fix and show gratitude what you have first. And then that way you can understand if it's actually something you want to continue to maintain and put your best into. Otherwise, if you're giving it your worst or you've neglected it, yeah, you're going to have reason to want to get out of it, but you don't understand if it can be fixed first, right? So practice gratitude, maintain your contracts and balances with a certain level of grace and dignity so you can heal yourself in this respect, yeah? But that way you'll know if it's for you or not. You know, and you'll have a realistic answer instead of like, well, I reconnected with this person after 10 years and things happened. No, that's not good enough, right? It's not good enough. We don't want that for ourselves. We don't want that for anybody else. Make time for self-love. Exactly. That's exactly what this was. I think I captured that relatively well. Do you know how to balance with yourself? How else do you know what it is you're supposed to put yourself into if you don't love yourself? So that's why you got to practice gratitude and try to fix it. That way you understand what you're worth. Okay? You'll never be able to really answer that question unless you look at yourself too. Okay. Take a breather. You know, learn to breathe. Be mindful of your breathing practices. You name it. I need to do the same, honey. My lungs are hurting. This humidity, let me tell you. Okay, coming to life. I know it's a process. For some of you, 29 might be an important confirmation number. But yes, you are coming to life. It may not seem that way. It might seem like I'm working through a whole bunch of shit, Christina. I understand. But that's part of the coming to life process. What did I tell you? Maintain your balances and your contracts as you best understand them. Heal them to the best of your abilities. But you also need to understand who you are in the process. That way you can understand if these things are correct for you or not. And then you will have answered your question. But you're coming to life. You better believe that. Got to ask themselves the questions, honey. It's not enough to maintain something just to maintain it. You got to know that it's right for you. So that means you owe yourself a balance while you maintain your other ones. Okay, protecting the treasure. Oh no, I'm saying that as the feelings that you had for this. You had to protect it, or you didn't say it. You had a wealth of feelings here, but we couldn't relinquish them despite the feelings of joy we might have had. In the storm fields, it created a lot of upheaval and or tension. Okay. Okay. I know the Ten of Pentacles is here, the Tree of Life. I understand. The chakra is in reverse. In other words, we're out of alignment. The spatula, proof that someone likes to cook, or that's your profession, your hobby. You could be cooking right now. And then also, for some reason, I'm tying that to the Empress here. As someone who really takes care of, through food and the home and the environment and one's personal self. For some reason, it's coming in as quality of care. I don't know why, but that's funny. I've seen the spatula many times. I don't think it's ever hit me that way before. You associate cooking with love and care? Somebody doesn't cook for you? And you wish that they would? You associate cooking with love. Well, I mean, I agree. I completely agree with that. Food is love. 100%. I totally believe that. Food is love. You express your love to others by feeding your family and things like that. No, 100%. It's interesting. It's hitting me different. It's hitting me different. Like, if my Empress loved me, they would take care of me in those ways, kind of. I don't know. It feels like a desire from somebody. You know, as I said, if I cook for a man, honey, you know damn well I love him. Otherwise, no. As the Empress, I know who my time, energy, and effort's worth giving to, right? So it's like, if I cook for you, that's love. If I don't cook for you, you out. You see how simple that is? I don't just go cooking for anybody, right? You want somebody to give you those special things just for you. Leo, that's you. That's you. That's your medallion. You could be connecting to fellow Leo, excuse me. And then we also have the medallion of Libra here. Charming. The big heart, yes. Big feelings, big heart. And then the letter Q. Okay, Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. This is, again, one of those that was comprehensive, so it was worth it to dig further. I don't know what the result will be. I don't know. We'll check up on you in a couple of weeks, see if there's any shift in there, or if it's a completely different group of Leos. I never know. But I think we made some progress today in understanding the origin of this particular Leo and what they were experiencing and where they could find answers for themselves in time. I hope this helped, like I said. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.